Good morning, guys. This is a quick energy update for the twin flame journey for this month of October 2018, and I'm doing a quick energy update from the 24th to the 26th with the full moon on. And therefore, I know that a lot of you guys would be wanting to um, find out the energies of the twin flame in this particular time period, which is very important because the energies are moving and shifting literally every moment of the day. So we are not being able to hold on to one particular set of energy which is constantly on the move because of the cosmic power that is happening, and it's something just outside our control anymore. Now, I will, as I go on with my videos, I will keep explaining about the twin flame journeys and what twin flame is all about. Now, twin flame over here, please understand that it is not like a soulmate, a journey or a soulmate that you find in the lifetime. You may find more than one or more than two soulmates. It could be somebody that you have a mental wavelength on. You find that you can talk to the person understands you, and so on and so forth. The greatest confidant, that is how I would like to put a soulmate story up as. But the twin flame is not the soulmate. A lot of people tend to confuse that. The twin flame is a completely different journey, and the twin flame in one lifetime or in many lifetimes, because it's coming from the past, it's not just in this lifetime that you have found your twin flame. This particular set of journey, the people who go through this, they would know this better than anybody here, that how this carries on from your past life and into this life, and you continue this journey throughout many lifetimes. And this is just one person you are that you will recognize as your twin flame. You will not be able to have more than one twin flame in any of the journeys. So, that particular twin flame that you have been compelled to be with, or that person is your twin flame, you will get the signs. There are many signs, I'll be talking about those later on. So, those are the signs that will tell you exactly if that other person, whether it's the man or the female or the woman, if they are your twin flame. And those are the signs that you will recognize as and when you cross and go through the journey. So, in every lifetime, this is my understanding that the twin flame journey crosses a certain limit, a certain boundary, and then they go on to the next lifetime, and then they travel again, and they cross another threshold, and then the third and fourth and fifth and so on and so forth. So it's very difficult to say as to how many lifetime of journeys are required for the twin flame to go into the real spiritual union. So this is what, in a nutshell, what twin flame journey is all about. But as I go along the videos and as I do the updates on the twin flame journey, I will let you know. And it's kind of an awareness for people who don't know about the twin flame. And many of them are kind of confused as to whether a twin flame is a soulmate and a soulmate is a twin flame. No, both are two different things in the spiritual world, and the signs are very strong in terms of a soulmate, and the signs are very strong in terms of a twin flame. So I will explain the signs that I happen to know and happen to recognize in the journeys of people that people who have come across the twin flame union or the spiritual union. It's like I said before, it's just not an union of the physical 3D world, of a man and a woman with children, a home, blah, blah, blah. It's a completely different journey, a completely different union, a completely different uh, perspective that the spiritual world has granted to a few people, in every lifetime. And those are the people who come back every lifetime and they meet, and this journey carries on from there. So I will explain as I go along. Now here I have done a quick update, as I said, for the 24th to the 26th of the twin flame energy reading. That includes both the masculine and the feminine here. So I have laid out three sets of cards. One is the highest, one is the love, and one are the energies that plays along with one another. Okay, there is a coordination as I see here. Now the Radar Tarot deck I have used for my energies, and the last card, the overall energy, is the Eight of Swords, which again tells me that whatever is happening in this journey, there is a fear of being trapped in certain situation that could be for the man or the woman. Both of them could have been trapped, or just the man, or it is just the woman, we don't know. But at the same time, one of them or both of them are trapped in certain situations, and this entrapment is not something that they cannot escape from, but it is just the fear in their mind that is keeping them bound within the eight swords that you can see here. And this is the overall energy for the reading here. But at the same time, this being there are certain other energies that has changed or changing along the way, So it shows me that it's just the fear is there for sure. The fear of the unknown, the entrapment, the bondage, everything is there. But at the same time, there are certain other energies that have come into action or are coming into action, which is also kind of clearing this Eight of Swords energy for as far as I can see in my read here. Now over here, for both the male and the female, for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine, there is mental conflict, which is the Two of Swords energy. But at the same time, there is also an awareness that is coming up here. And this is a beautiful card after the conflict here. So it shows that there is certain clearing of certain situations, certain fear, certain clarity of the mind that is happening. And then the last card over here says wisdom, which is absolutely wonderful to get. So within the next 2 days, these are the energies. That fear of the Eight of Swords energy is the Two of Swords here, the mental conflict. But then the energies are changing as I see, and for both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, there is an awareness that is coming, that's creeping into them, which is of course happening because of the wisdom, because of their inner conscious, because of their inner words that they have not been able to process for this period of time. But that kind of an energy is kind of creeping into both of them, the male and the female. So that's nice to have here. Now over here, the love energies, because for the twin flame journey I always pull up the love cards. I believe in that because that is the main concept of the entire journey. The first one, if I look into the mental conflict here, because this has come right below the mental conflict, it says here, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So that is where the mental conflict will be erased slowly over the period of the next few days, because both the divine feminine and the divine masculine have kept their doors shut for some reason, which is, of course, the reason for the mental conflict and the Eight of Swords I showed you before, which is a fear. That's nothing but a conscious fear of their entrapment. But over here, my spirit tells me that as soon as they get to know each other, they open the door, they understand each other, their bond will deepen. That will slowly kind of erase this Two of Swords energy, the mental conflict that is happening in both their minds at the same time. Now, the second one is awareness, that I said it's coming after the mental conflict. And that is kind of giving rise to this beautiful card here, which is called Passion. And this one is saying, allow your heart and soul to sing in joy. So don't keep the doors open. Doors are closed, guys. You need to keep the doors open for this passion and this awareness to take its own turn. You know, you will feel that energy drive through you, both the man and the woman. And therefore, you will let your heart sing in joy because you will have the passion that will come in slowly from this kind of an energy to this kind of an energy. That is beautiful. And then the third card, as I said, was the wisdom here. So, what the wisdom is telling me is worth waiting for. Your love life is working at its own divine time. So, there is no need to get upset for any of the people who are crossing through this hurdle right now, you know, but slowly things are turning. So, if I look at the card here, it's beautiful. It's giving me all the right advice here, getting to know each other, you know, and then allowing your heart, the doors of your heart, to open up to let the passion in because you're aware. You are aware that things are changing, things need to change. It cannot remain in this static condition forever. And that is the reason there is no cause of fear and no cause of illusionment or anything like that because your love life is taking its own sweet time for sure, but it's worth the wait because divine time is doing their justice on your journey here. So, which is beautiful. And then the energy card here, the energy card here, the first one is the Ace of Sword. This is a beautiful card. I believe the card in the upright position is definitely beautiful. It shows the person holding the sword. It's a double-edged sword, which means if it is used for the rightful purpose, it will give you the rightful reward. If it is used in the wrong way, you can break and you can shatter things out. So if you use the sword in the right way, and the sword is topped with a crown here, you see, there are leaves out here, which is of course extreme goodness. You know, when somebody wears a crown, we kind of look into that particular picture with a different set of mind, you know. And the person is holding the sword with the crown, so the crown has to be used for the rightful purpose. And then there is a distant landscape here, you know, that you everybody can see. And this means that there is a high clarity of vision at this point in time that's coming in, you know, and there is also ambition to conquer all kind of adversities, all kind of troubles, all kind of hurdles, you know. So whoever it is, it could be the man or the woman in this journey at this point in time who have taken up the sword, but please remember to use the sword in the rightful way so that you can do justice to the crown and to your ambition at the same time. There is a clarity of mind, there is a high desire to cut through the everyday hurdles and everyday boulders or stones that are being thrown at you. And you are going to do that provided you learn to use the sword in the right way. So that's a good energy. The second one is an amazing energy, which is the Tower. The Tower. Now, this Tower could be, again, as I said, it's a collective reading for the divine feminine and the divine masculine. So take what resonates with you for whosoever it resonates. But there is a Tower moment for either one of them, which tells me that the person has realized that the old ways of thinking is not working anymore. The old ways of doing things, the old traditional belief that the person had inculcated in his brain is not kind of giving him any more results. Nothing is being manifested because if you look into the card, the Tower is constructed on faulty construction. That means if you translate that into a layman's language, the false pride and the false ego on a faulty construction cannot stay forever. That will have to come down. And this is the time that is kind of crashing down because somebody here, as I said, it could be the divine masculine or the divine feminine or both of them. They are realizing that all that they had thought before was the right way, the right approach, the right guidance, the right thinking, the right, kind of things that one should be doing in their lifetime, that is completely coming to an end here. Their false pride, their false ego, their false thought that they had built upon this faulty foundation of the tower is coming to an end with this clarity of the mind, of this energy of the Ace of Sword here. And of course, if I look into this card as well, it's the wisdom, it's the beautiful wisdom card, the beautiful card of awareness that is kind of bringing in this kind of an energy which is calling for, the end of this stuff. Now, the third energy is the King of Wand in the reverse. Now, the King of Wand in the reverse is a person who is become too ambitious, and that means that with all this tower moment, the clarity of the mind, the person is not willing to wait. He or she is rushing through things, making hasty decisions, doing impulsive kind of actions, being impulsive in their judgment of the entire situation, trying to get things moving too quickly. And that could be either through manipulation or through their intense desire to get what they have not got for this period of time. So they are kind of in a rush. They are not thinking about it. They are trying to be manipulative. They are trying to be selfish. That kind of an energy, because at this point in time, after the tower moment, they are in a rush to get everything for themselves. So this kind of an energy is creeping up, which I had asked for a clarifier because I wanted to know what kind of an energy the spirits are showing me and why. Now, I have got three clarifiers here for this card here, which is the King of Wand in the reverse. It says the Three of Cups in the reverse. Now, this means that this person, the male or the female, the divine masculine or the divine feminine, after the breakthrough, the clarity of the mind, the tower moment, the King of Wand in the reverse moment, this person has been isolated for quite some time. They have kind of moved away from the social circle because of the gossip, because, as I said before once, basically this is a card of unfulfillment. They don't have friends, they don't have anybody near them to hold them. They're afraid of people talking bad about them behind their back, and they also probably needed time, so they have kind of segregated themselves in the event. They've realized that they have become lonely, they have become single, they have become alone here. So this kind of an energy is the reason why there is a little bit of harsh reality with the clarity of the sword, and also the ambitious desire, the hasty, impulsive desire, being ruthless, being selfish to get things right in the right order. Now, the second card over here as a clarifier is the Sun, which means the person, the either, as I said, the divine feminine or the divine masculine or both of them, they want the Sun now. With the clarity of the Ace of Sword, with the clarity of the Tower moment here, they are in a rush to get everything together. As I said, that the person has become impulsive, hasty, he or she is not taking note of their actions anymore. They want everything, they want to grab everything. So they, including the Sun, they also want to grab the Sun here. But at the same time, there is death in reverse. So what is happening here is, even with the clarity, with the awareness, with the wisdom, with everything, these are the internal energies that is working. On one hand, the person wants everything here because the person has been in solitude for quite some time, without friends, without somebody to comfort them, without somebody holding. They have been kind of left out in the cold, but that choice was their choice. It was not forced upon them. It was a choice. It was a choice that they decided to take upon themselves. So for that reason, now that the awareness is stepping in, they want the Sun, but at the same time, there is a fear of change as well. But with death being in reverse, it is telling me that it is time for them to change. So that is the reason when I said initially they have to use the sword in the right way for all these things to manifest for the divine feminine or the divine masculine, or in this journey of the twin flame. So you have been resisting, whosoever it is, or both of you have been resisting this change. This change could have been a change of belief, it could be a change of place, it could be a change of your environment, it could be a change of your family situation, it could be just a change for yourself. But whatever the change is, you have been resisting the change, you've been trying to hold on, with all these kind of negative energies, being in solitude, being desperate about your condition. You're not happy, but at the same time you've been trying to resist the change for way too long. And the spirit is now telling me that with these kind of energies that are floating in, you now need to let go of the past, you now need to clear up that mess, the conditional mess that you have created, either for yourself or for the environment or for whosoever has been affected in this journey, or both of you have created this mess because both of you have decided to close the doors, to shut the doors, and resist the change. No, I don't want to change. I'm afraid of the change. I don't know where this change is going to take me. I'm okay in my comfort zone, the way I have been. But now, with all this awareness and the wisdom of the situation that is taking a turn within the next 2 days, you need to allow the change to happen. And you are the best judge of the change that you want, whether, like I said, it's a conditional change for your behavioral pattern, or it's a change in your family situation in the physical 3D world, whatever the change could be. Sorry. You need the change now. You have to take care of this change. So therefore, death in reverse is calling out for this in immediate action, and which again, beautiful card here. In my way, I look at this card because the Ten of Sword in reverse. The last time I did the energy update, the Ten of Sword was upright. Now this time, because of the situation that is manifesting, the Ten of Sword has gone into reverse. That means the sun is rising here from from behind the swords, which means the person has been, to a large extent, or both of them, the male and the female, they have been able to shake it off. They have been able to shake off the burden, and get into what they want. They have been able to take that drastic step inside of them, maybe not really in action or in words, but inside of them, they have been able to shake off this kind of an energy where they were kind of being on the ground and with all the 10 swords on top of them. So that's a good energy. That's the reason why death in reverse is calling for this kind of a change here right away. It's important that they try to shake off their old belief system. They need to change everything that is not working for either one of them in this kind of a journey, because they have to come to a spiritual union sooner or later. And the last card over here is beautiful as well, which is a Chariot. And that means there is movement in the entire thing here, in the entire journey. This Chariot was in reverse, and this Chariot had been stalled for quite some time, for whatever amount of period of time that you guys have seen that being stalled. But now, with the cosmic evolution, with all the changes that is happening, the Chariot has come back to the upright and in motion, which means there is good energies that have started to flow into this journey of the twin flame relationship in this period of time. Now, the goddess guidance is also beautiful. It says, inner wisdom, hear your voice, you know what to do, trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. Be the high priestess. Be the high priestess here, Take your inner wisdom, hear your inner voice, hear yourself. You don't have to hear other people telling you anything. That's outside noise. But hear your own noise, your own self, your own conscious, your own deeper soul connection. What you want, what you are thinking, what you want to do going forward from here, whatever the plannings are, whatever the future is going to unfold for you. So hear that out. And the universe is also talking in this journey, and that's beautiful. I've got 3 cards here. I choose to learn through love. So both the divine masculine and the divine feminine have realized that whatever, or are going to realize that whatever is going on in this portion of time, or had happened in that portion of time, love is the ultimate truth here for both of them. So therefore this universe is telling them this. The second card is, instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good of all. So let everybody be happy in their own way, and let me be happy. That's what the universe is saying. Love yourself first. Don't worry about what's going to happen to your family, to your friends, to what blah blah blah. You need to be happy yourself, and therefore all you can do is to meditate and say that let everybody be happy, the highest good of all people, but at the same time I have to be happy myself as well. And the third card is, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So, therefore, love is the ultimate decisive factor in this entire journey here. That is slowly coming into focus for both of them, for both the male and the female, for both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And therefore, this is a beautiful card that the divine timing is at work in your love life or in your journey of this twin flame relationship. Thank you guys for watching. This was a quick energy update, and I will come back once again. Take care and have a great day ahead. Bye.